Today our plan is to learn how to upload file in ASP.NET Core 6. Let's choose a file. So I'm going to upload this to file and I will say upload. So we got breakpoint over here. And if you go inside this one, you can see we have a files. So let's do the step by step. So we must look 2 times as we selected 2 files. So if you see, we got the file name. So hopefully we can upload it. So this is not the correct way to upload, but for now I'm doing it. So we uploaded the first file and then for the second time we are looping. So our second file is also uploaded. With that, we can do F5 and we see the final message. Upload 1 or more files with this form. And let's check. We got 2 images over here. Previously there are only 2. To confirm that, if you open in folder explorer, we will have the same images. So here we have 4 images. All is done. So we are able to upload the images. But this is the simplest way how we upload the files. What are the problem with this code? We have one problem that we are trusting so much with the user, like whatever is uploading is okay, I am going to save it. But let's say if someone is uploading exe file, then what they can do? They can finish our server. So there are some guidelines from many peoples, but today I will be happy to display a few lines from the Microsoft. That will be the easiest way. So there are security steps while uploading the file. Uploaded files to be dedicated file upload area, preferably into a non-system drive. So generally, whenever we store and deploy our application, we generally not deploy our application in the system drive. Very similar to that, we will not upload the user files in the system drive. Then we do check for the executable files, etc., so that they cannot execute. Do not store the file in the same directory where application is stored, but currently we have done. But for the simple application, we generally do this. But the recommendation is always store your files somewhere outside of your application, so that no matter your application be upgraded, crash, or whatever happened, data must be preserved. Use save file name determined by the app. Do not save the file name what user upload. What we had done now, we uploaded the file that user had supplied. Look what is the name is of the file. Let's say someone have a more bigger name, then what will happen? Sometimes it can create problem for us. So we will not upload the file with the user that supply. We will create our name for the file so that we have a full control on that. Similar to that, we only allow the approved extension. In place of checking what are not allowed, we only allow the allowed extension. Let's say we need image only. So we can say just allow the image file only. In place of checking whether the file is exe or DLL or not, we only allow for the image files. Let's say we need a CSV or doc file, then we allow other will be restricted. So only allow for the approved extension for the file. And it's always better to verify the file at least in the client side rather than the server side. For now, we have not done any validation. So that is also a problem. And also we can check for the size, like all the file we are going to store on the server. So if they have a maximum size, what they can do? Our server will be running out of space sometime, right? So it's always good to check the size and allow the size that is required for that purpose. And while uploading the file, we also need, if we have a file with the same name, then old file can be overwritten. So it's better to check that. But if you create your own naming convention, then I think that will be not needed. But if you have a chance that file can have a duplicate name, then it's always to check for the file exist or not. And this one is for the pure production things like run for malware and purchase third party, so that you can scan on the line, very similar to that Google Microsoft does when you upload any file. If you had uploaded your file in Drive files like OneDrive or Google Drive, then at least you had seen file is currently under scan, right? So those things that also can be done in our application too. So these are the things that we do for the security purpose, and we can easily do. Like for the extension checking, they also had given a sample. I will try to implement the same sample in our code just for now, so that you guys also know how you can utilize the things that you read on the blocks. So let me utilize one code they had given for the uh, extension verification. So I'm searching for that code. So they have a code for the file extension validation. So what they are given, these are the extensions that I want to allow in my application. And after that, while uploading, we will check if that exists, then only we can upload. So let's copy this block of code. So if it's true, then by default it's true, and if it's not, then so this time we want to allow what type of extension. Let's say we want to allow only PNG and JPG. So you'll say allow PNG and JPG, and let's say allow JPEG. So if we have these extension, then we allow for the upload. If not, then we will return a false. This is the entire logic for this method. So what we do, before we do anything, let's check for this. If it's true, then upload. Else, what we do? We will say else. We'll say return what view and we will say we need to set some message. So we'll set message file of this type is not allowed to upload. So you know that in C#, if we have a return, then the compiler will return from here. Further execution will be stopped. So with that, let's check by uploading different extension file, can we upload it or not? So let's run it. And as you know, I am writing everything in Today controller. This code can be passed in the class library so that we can utilize in multiple places, like checking for the extension, logic for creation of new file name. All those what we can do, we can create in class file and reuse in multiple places. So always remember, do not write all the logics inside your controller. Controller as much thin as possible so that it will be easier to maintain and understand the logic too. So let's try to upload different extension of file. So this time I have a let's say doc file. So if I will try to upload this one, not be uploaded, right? So let's try. So let's do the debugging so that you can see the line by line execution. So we reached in our this extension method. Let's press F11 so that you can see how this logic is happening. So inside this one, so it will goes inside because we have a doc file and not having allowed extension. So this is going to return a false. So once this is false, what happens? We have a else condition, and after this, what will happen? We will get the message this extension is not allowed. But we are not getting that message. Something different is coming. We have to check why this is coming. We not have a message over there. At least we have to write to display that message. That is why something is coming from here. But if you upload something PNG extension, then you can upload definitely. So let's try with the PNG. So this time we'll do the single. Let's select this one. This is PNG extension and let's upload. And without debugging, just press F5. We had uploaded it. And for the confirmation, we can see inside the folder it's uploaded. So this is the way we can check for the allowed extension. Why we are not getting the message? Let's fix it. So we not have a written option over here to display the message. So to write that, we can place a simple message over here so that whatever we are returning, we can see from there. And let's confirm that the key is same. Otherwise, it will says I do not have any messages. So this is the way we can write the message. Now, very similar to this check extension method, we can do for the file name. How we are getting the file name here? In place of getting the file name from this inbuilt method, we can create file name in different way. Let's see, do we have any ready-made or we can create? So look, these are the method with the name. What there we have. So if there is something get unique file name or something, then it's usable. Otherwise, we have to create our own. So let's forget about this method. We create our own for now so that you guys learn. So in place of calling this method, I want to build my own function that will return a file name. But we need extension. So in place of when we have a allowed files equals true, then from here, if we can return a file name, then that will be the good one, right? So in place of creating multiple function, what I will do in the else condition, if it's not a false, then we need a file name. So let's make a private string build file name. So we'll say string str file name string.mpt, or you can say anything that you need, but for now I will make string.mpt. And then what I need, I will say equals. I can use my initial, like if this is for profile picture or anything, so I will say profile picture, and then what we do, we'll do the plus, and then let's we can add a unique random number, or we can add a date time, so that we can with the file name also we can understand when the file is uploaded. So it's totally up to us how we create a unique file name, this file name. So we can set over here, we got the file name, but we are returning a boolean. But in place of boolean, what we can do, string, and what we say, we not need this one now, and we do nothing inside this one. But what we do, string str file equals string.mpt, and then we hold that value from here, though it's not needed, but for the simplicity I'm doing. And here we can leave it, or we can again initialize string.mpt, just this is the option, like you can do something over here. That is why I'm writing, other we can just return the file name. So with that, we will return the file name, and in place of checking over here like the true false, what we can say, if not, we'll say string that is null or empty. Not, if not, then if not, then what? We have a file name. So this time, let's see what we get. Oh, we need to add the extension, friend. We need to get the extension. That is why I had written everything, so that I can add the extension name over here. So we got the extension somewhere here. What we do, now, if we run, let's see what happens. We also need a debugger, so that we can see we will be able to get the unique file name or not. So everything is ready. And choose the file. This time we will select the good image, so that we can see we have a good name. So let's upload this file, and let's try to go in this. So we reached over here, and we say F10. So it get passed. So over here we got the file name. So this time will not go inside. we'll get the file name. So let's see what is the file name. So we got perfectly something different than the previous one. And after that, this method is going to return us a different file name. So we'll use that. And after this one is going to upload our file with that name. And that is very simple. It's uploaded. So we got one file uploaded successfully.